Martha Monday, and thanks for stopping by Cross My Heart Ministry. I'm Laura McFarland, and today I'm going to share with you a recipe for quiche. As the days tick down closer and closer to Christmas, you're at your house and at my house, we're all trying to check those things off our list. So I thought, what a perfect opportunity to share with you a quick and easy recipe that is so very versatile. I love to make quiche because it works for any meal. You can serve quiche at breakfast and serve it up with maybe some fruit. You can serve it at lunchtime and serve it with a salad or maybe fruit. It also works for dinner. The lovely thing about quiche is it goes together quickly. It's very versatile as far as whatever ingredients you put into it, and it warms up nicely. So you can serve it any meal, and then the leftovers can be used up easily. Now, I'm going to start with the basic prepared pie crust. Normally, I like to make my own. In fact, I often just go ahead and mix up 4 to 6 pie crusts at a time with my KitchenAid, freeze those individually, leave them in the freezer, and they're there when I need it. But I love having this option at the grocery store to just grab these out when I need them in a pinch. And so because it's Christmas and life is hectic, I'm going to show you the easy peasy way to do this. You just take that out of the package, you open it up, unroll it, and voila, you have got a pie crust. It's lovely, it's easy. I've already sprayed my deep dish pan with some cooking spray to keep the quiche and the crust from sticking, but it's just so very easy to make this happen. I am pushing that down in. I like to crimp the edges a little bit to make it kind of pretty. And then it is going to be ready to have all of our ingredients. When I make quiche, I start with a deep dish one like this. I use about 6 eggs, and when I'm really wanting to make it creamy and delicious, instead of milk, I like to use whipping cream. So I've got that pie crust ready. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the tongs of my fork so it doesn't kind of breeze a little bit and the crust doesn't bubble up. So that's ready. I have 3 eggs ready. I'm going to go ahead and do 3 more. Get those ready to go. You can do just a basic quiche with just eggs and a little bit of milk or whipping cream, but of course it's nice to just open up the fridge and see whatever you got. I like to throw in onion, green pepper, different color bell peppers look so lovely and colorful in there. Today I'm going to be making spinach and bacon and Swiss cheese. I'm going to make 2 of them. The second one I'm going to leave out the bacon. I'm having some friends for lunch, and my one friend is kind of a vegetarian, so she does not eat bacon, so I'll do one for her without the bacon. But I'm going to go ahead and just whip up these 6 eggs, have them ready to go. I got my whipping cream out. Fortunately, this has 16 ounces, so it'll be exactly perfect to make 2 quiches. I put about 8 ounces in each one. Got my measuring cup ready to measure out 1 cup. Now, we just kind of don't worry about these calories at this time of the year, ladies. We will get right back with it come January. And so I'm going to put in my whipping cream, let those kind of go together. Let me get a little spatula out here to get all that delicious goodness out of here nicely. Don't want to leave 1 calorie or fat gram in my measuring cup. So I've got all that in there. I like to use a whisk to whisk that together nicely. And then you can just dump in whatever spices you like. I've got a little garlic powder I'm gonna drop in here this time. I like to use seasoned salt. I just think it gives a nice flavor. The bacon will make it a little salty, so go easy on that salt. And of course, freshly ground pepper is always wonderful. My husband says you can never put in too much pepper. We'll sit down to eat scrambled eggs and I'll say, honey, I've already put pepper on there. Oh, you can never put too much pepper. So if I'm making it for Kevin, always put on the extra pepper. So I've got that ready to go. Now I have some different spice mixes that I could put in there, and sometimes I change it out. It's just so versatile. So I'm going to start with Swiss cheese for this one. Again, if you've got cheddar, if you've got fresh Parmesan, any sort of cheese works in this recipe. I've got sliced Swiss. I'm not even going to grate it. I'm just going to lay this out in my pan. It'll melt it'll be fine. Just push the easy button. We want this to go together quickly. You may be making Christmas breakfast. You may be throwing together an easy dinner when you've got everybody home and they're just tired of all the heavy casseroles. Whatever. It's just easy and it warms up nice. So I've got all my Swiss cheese in there ready to go. Then here's my bacon. I went ahead and fried up this bacon this morning. I've got it all crumpled and ready to go. I'm going to just sprinkle my bacon on top of that. Have it all ready in there and nice and set to go. And that's just spread out nice. You move this so you can see. I've just layered in the Swiss cheese and I've put the bacon on top. Now, when I make anything, I love to put in onion. Even if the recipe doesn't call for it, I just like to add some onion. So I've got about half of an onion here, already sliced. I'm gonna just chop this up a little bit. I have a really nice tool that I invested in a few years ago that I absolutely love. It's this little Pampered Chef manual food processor, and this thing is fabulous. You just put it on there. Sometimes I don't want to get out my food processor for just a little job. I have a big one. I have one that attaches to my KitchenAid. Sometimes I'll process 3 pounds of onions at a time. Chop those all up. I like to spread them out on a cookie sheet and freeze them quickly. And then when they're frozen, I'll take them out, slide those into a freezer bag, and having all those frozen onions, I can just scoop out a handful and throw them in a quiche or soup or whatever I need. But in this case, since I'm using the fresh ones, and I don't have any in the freezer, and I wanted to show you my little Pampered Chef tool, I'm just going to go ahead and chop this up. It's a quick job. I love this little gadget, and voila, there you go. Now this little grater, this little sharp thing here is indeed very, very sharp. So you want to be sure that you are very careful when you handle that. I'm going to give it a couple more spins around. So a couple pieces in there. And it made quick order of really dicing that onion up nicely. I'm actually hosting a Pampered Chef party come January. I'll put a link below to where you can access my party if you want and order this device if you'd like to have one of your own, or just go to pamperedchef.com and you'll find it. I'm not going to use all of this onion in here. I'm going to save some for my second quiche, the one without bacon, for my friend Bridget. But here we go. I've got just a little bit of bacon sprinkled in there on top. And then I'm going to put in my spinach. I've got the spinach all set and ready to go. Now, I really like to take the stems off my spinach. This is probably the most labor-intensive part of this whole deal. I'm sure some people just make it leaving the stems on. I just don't like those. I think they're a little tough, and so when I make a spinach salad, or if I use the spinach in my quiche, I like to go ahead and just take those off. So anyway, I'm just going to sprinkle the spinach around here on top. The cheese is in there, the bacon is in there. It's going to be lovely and healthy. The healthy spinach, I guess some people say is a superfood, but it's going to counteract all of that fat in the whipped cream that we're doing. But anyway, here we go. Now I'm just going to simply pour egg and whipping cream mixture here to make the quiche. It's all just going to go on top of here and pour that around so that the spinach is all nice and covered, and it's just going to be delicious. I'm going to use my fork here to kind of make sure that all of my spinach leaves are buried, and it's looking perfect. So there you go. How quickly did that go together? And it's going to be just a nice, delicious lunch. If there's any left over, I'm sure my husband will love having it for breakfast tomorrow morning. But it's right up there to the edge. I'm just going to leave that. I've got a little bit that I can pour in here and finish that off. I'll add the recipe below for my basic quiche recipe, but keep in mind, you can mix up the vegetables, you can change out the cheeses, you can add meat or not add meat. It works well with diced ham. If I've only had some shaved ham from the deli, I've put that in there as well. If we serve a spiral ham for Christmas, I'll dice up some of that that's left over and maybe make a ham and cheese quiche later. Any cheese, any meat, any kind of vegetable. You can throw in broccoli or artichokes if you want. Like I said, I always use onion, love to use the green pepper. This is going to go in the oven at about 375, and I just usually watch it. I think it takes about 20 or 25 minutes, but it seems like it varies depending upon how many vegetables and whatever I have put in there. But I'll add the recipe below in a link for a PDF that you can print if you like. Leave us a note below. Let us know what is your quick go-to meal for breakfast or lunch when you've got a crew over and you want to serve them, or let us know what is your favorite ingredient to put in your quiche. Thanks so much for watching. If you're a regular subscriber, then you got an email telling you and alerting you that we had posted a new Martha Monday. If you didn't get that email and you would like to get one, then all you have to do is subscribe. It's easy, it costs nothing. Click that big red subscribe button. We love it when you like us because that means that we get raised up in those Google Analytics. So happy quiche, whether you're eating it for breakfast or lunch or even dinner, enjoy. And again, Merry Christmas from all of us here at Cross My Heart Ministry.